All right, it's Thursday night. You know, it's BS time. And with me, as always, I got Jerry who rips me off on car insurance, but he just turned his mic off like a little bitch. You turned your mic off, dude. What are you, Mooger?
There we go. Didn't mean to.
You did it right when we started. I was like, what?
My prices are insane.
Like, yeah, I thought I was gonna get $85 for car insurance, but I saved more with Geico, so fuck that shit.
Fuck that lizard, man. Buy my insurance, dude.
So what's up, Jerry?
Oh, not much, man. Fucking counting down my days to retirement, man. Can't fucking wait, dude. I am stoked to do nothing. I'll probably get bored really quick. So I'm gonna need to find a lot of shit to keep me busy. But yeah, man. Fucking it's kind of hard to grasp, man. I'm actually gonna be officially retiring. I have the means to do it, which I'm fortunate, but man, well, so it's kind of nervous at the same time, man, because am I old now, you know? But yeah,
No,
so
you're 54. You're not old.
I won't miss these 13-hour fucking days. I won't, shit like that. So I'm hoping to travel more, see more concerts, go to more. I'd like to fucking visit you guys in your home states, man,
Is it
because
your
I'd
wife
love to
still
go see.
working?
I'd love to go see Florida, go down to Florida again. Just spend a lot of time down there. I wish I could move back there, and that's still in our plans if the prices ever go back down. But insurance is a fucking drag down there, though, I hear now. But yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. Besides that, so yeah, my wife's still gonna be working then.
Yeah,
Eh,
you're gonna be cooking dinner and cleaning the house. You're gonna be
I've got no
the man
problem
be.
with it. I'll put on the apron and fucking clean and cook, man. I don't give a shit,
She's
man.
gonna
Sounds
go, why
good.
did you shrink my shirt?
Yeah,
You're supposed to separate the reds from the whites, Jerry.
I was like the shirt. I'll be
She's
like,
gonna come home. There's
yeah.
gonna be a big iron mark on it.
Then I'll say something stupid like the shirt didn't shrink.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
seeing you
right,
divorce court.
right between the
Yeah.
eyes, Alice.
I'll be out here at fucking Mark's store in California with a suitcase, man.
Hey, I'll get
Let
an
me
air
in, dude.
mattress for you. You can sleep in the office.
Are you sure the shirt shrunk, hun?
All right, man. So
Is it
introducing
all
we
that
have.
good home cooking you've been doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey,
All right.
come to Jerry for marriage advice. He'll
Yeah,
get
don't do that.
he'll get you a good lawyer.
And the saying happy wife, happy life is so true, dude. It really is, man. So keep your wife happy, life is good, dude. I recommend it. I'm recently married. This is the first time I've been married. Like, we got married last August, I think, finally, after fucking 20 something years. So I never thought I'd get married. I've always been afraid of marriage, man, for some reason. But for some reason I finally did it this time. I don't know. But
I had three. I'm looking for four.
well, I know people that gone dated a long time, they got married and they got divorced right away. So it's like, yeah, I don't want that to happen. So
Yeah, it sucks. Trust me.
I'm fucking old now. Might as well. Fuck it. So
So what's going on, Jerry? Who's here, man?
we got Joseph Staub, man, with the neatest fucking physical media assortment on the web,
So
on the
jealous.
World Wide Web, the interway. I'm gonna be old fashioned in my names here tonight. Then we got, oh man, he's got some fucking some Cabernet Sauvignon or some Merlot. What do you got there, Al?
It's actually
How's it going?
port wine, which is like a dessert wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. How you doing,
Red,
man? Nice to have you
red
back on, dude.
wine.
Great
I'm off.
poster.
I'm off. Thank you. I'm off of work tomorrow, so figured I'd have a nice cocktail tonight on the show.
Got a 3-day
But,
weekend.
yeah, man. Well,
Awesome.
but my company didn't give me off, but I just took the day off anyway. So
Oh, there you go.
I already put in
Cool.
40 hours this week anyway, so I could just take tomorrow off and I'm done for the week. So, but I'm glad to be on with you guys, man. Great subject. I know Joe, you came up with this, right?
Mark did. I kind of
Yeah,
Joseph did
a
the
little bit.
he
arranging.
helped me with the
Yeah.
list because there was a song that was giving Jerry a battle that was giving Jerry an aneurysm. He
So
couldn't
I
Mark
think
is
it
handle
was
it.
the
I think it was
so
Conquer Me
Mark
Numb in 10 Years Gone. I'm
so
like,
Yes.
seriously?
wait, so Mark is the Ace Frehley that made up Kiss,
Yeah.
but you're the Paul Stanley that refined it.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I will, in that case, take credit for it then.
Yeah, you'll take full credit for it,
If
like
if
Paul
if, if
does.
that's
Yeah.
the analogy that we're doing, I will then take credit for
Take credit
this
for it. I don't
idea.
care.
Thank you.
I don't care.
Mark, your services are no longer required. Thanks. Bye.
Oh. All right, man.
We're gonna We're gonna replace Mark with another guy with glasses, a hat, and fucking.
Well, I was told I can't call people scabs anymore, so I'm cool. That was funny, but nah. No more scabs. You're all rock stars on these shows.
We're just gonna replace him with Mark Daly wearing a hat and sunglasses.
Hey, he's bald. Oh yeah, wear a hat. So Matt, what are we doing, Jerry?
You tell me. You came up with it.
Well, I always let you do
This is
all
your
that.
show, dude.
Well, you're the one who's going to do the battle. Shit.
Oh no, I'm not. You
Yeah,
are,
you are.
sir.
No, I do the
Oh
BS,
no,
and you go in
no.
circles and do the
I
battle.
do the battle every week, man. This is your turn, pal.
That's your job. We split up the duties on this.
Oh no. I think Joseph's going to have to do it.
Well, Joseph could do it then.
I'll do it.
All right. So then, because he took the credit for it, so that's cool, man. He could do it then.
Yeah, there we go. See, problem solved.
But Jerry, the rules are that I do the BS and you do the other things.
The rules are I do the top 11. There's nothing about this shit.
The rules are there are no rules.
Exactly.
There are no rules. Well, we're doing a battle. Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti versus Pink Floyd. And I came up with a 15...
What Pink Floyd album, Mark?
Oh, The Wall. Joseph came up with the list because we wanted to put in... I was cutting out all the intros and shit. Joseph put in the intros, and then we almost lost... what was the song we almost lost?
Mark originally didn't have Goodbye Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And no.
Yeah.
No.
That's one of my favorite songs.
That would not pass.
Britt Floyd's doing that, so you know that already.
They are. I am excited to see that.
Well, I didn't notice I took that out, and I go, oh shit, can you fix this? And he fixed it. So that was cool, man. But that's what we're doing tonight. We're doing an epic double album battle, man. Two of the greatest albums of all time, man.
Yeah, too seldom listened to albums.
I never heard of these two before this week.
Yeah, I didn't pull up my wall. I fucked up, but I got my Physical Graffiti back there. But man, Physical Graffiti is my all-time favorite album by Led Zeppelin. But The Wall isn't my favorite album by them. That is Animals. I love Animals the best. But let's get into the BS, man. Got some sad news, man. One of the greatest game show hosts of all time, Mr. Wink Martindale, died at 91, man. His career spanned more than 70 years, man. What a fucking legend. Jerry, Mr. Game Show guy.
Oh man, he's one of the dudes that got me into game shows. I used to hang out at my grandma's house and watch. It was Tic Tac Toe and Joke was around. Wink Martindale did Tic Tac Toe, and I think Bill Cullen did the Joker's Wild. I can't remember which one was on first, but every fucking night, dude, watched them. Just an incredible part of my youth watching game shows, and he was part of it. Later, he was on a game show called Debt, where he would if you win, they pay off your credit card debt or some shit like that, which is kind of interesting. But he was a character, man, and he was very entertaining as a game show host, man. You know, 91 again is a good fucking life. I don't know if he was sick for a long time or anything. He kind of dropped out of the spotlight for a while. He would make an appearance every now and then on shows, but never really hasn't been anything in a while. But man, I mean, rest in peace, dude, man. And thanks for being part of my childhood, man. Seriously.
So now we lost what? We lost Gene Rayburn, Richard Dawson, and now Wink Martindale. And the other guy who's the Newlywed Game, he's still alive?
He's still alive. Bob Eubanks, yeah.
Yeah, Bob Eubanks. The greatest game show host of all. Well, we also lost Jeopardy, you know.
Alex
Trebek, man. We're losing all the good ones. The next one's going to be, what's his name from Wheel of Fortune left?
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak, yeah.
Yeah, he's had some health issues, so that's going to be interesting.
But Vanna White still looks like 50. Damn, plastic. She's got some good.
No, I don't think she looks 50, but they're awkward together.
Apparently, Pat Sajak was at the M3 Rock Festival last year.
Oh, really?
Like, he and his wife were there.
Wow, cool. Good for him.
There's a picture. I can't remember if it was Mark Striegel or somebody else posted a picture of it was him and Pat Sajak's wife standing there backstage at M3 last year.
That's pretty funny, man.
I like Mark Striegel. I call him Eddie Truck Jr. He's everybody's friend. Too. He kind of is.
Hey, he's a nice dude, though.
He's a nice dude. But Al, what do you think about Wink, man?
Adjust my chair here. Yeah, dude, I grew up like Jerry, man, watching a lot of game shows and shit. Tic Tac Toe I used to always watch that one, man. Well, I mean, he lived into his 90s, man. So he lived lived a pretty long life, man. But you know, God rest his soul, man. You know, he gave me joy growing up, though.
If I
Yeah,
can live another 40 years and be his age, I'll be happy. So
Yeah, man.
I would like to be George Burns, man. He was
Once you
still
get up
going
into the
on.
'90s, bro, it's kind of like at that point, it's kind of the icing on the cake, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So
What about
but I mean, shit. I mean, if you could still function good and everything,
Yeah.
you know,
George Burns was still doing movies at 100, wasn't he?
at 100, man. Yeah, I know, dude.
Betty White too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Betty White. She didn't make it to 100 though. She only, I
No,
mean,
I
she
don't think so.
barely.
No,
She just.
barely.
I
barely
think a
made.
week
Yeah,
later she would have been
Yeah,
100.
Yeah.
this kind of sectors into what I was thinking earlier. It's like I'm retiring, but I'm worried about because if you keep yourself busy, I think you live longer. If you keep, you know what I
you
mean?
do. Yeah,
I think if you stop doing
a body
things
in motion
and
stays in motion, bro.
exactly, even the mind
So
too, right? Work,
you got to keep your
yeah,
mind and body busy,
exactly.
man.
That-
That's what I'm gonna have to figure out.
that's
So
why I do two shows, man. I'm constantly thinking about blah 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 blah. I'm
You know,
always like in my head.
when my dad retired, when my dad, you know, folded his construction company in his 60s, he went and worked because my dad would run a backhoe or heavy machinery, but he had his own construction business. So when he dissolved his business, he still had friends that were in the business. So he went and ran a backhoe for a friend of his like 2 or 3 times a week, man. You know, and I mean, because European, man. He's just got working his blood. He doesn't know like anything else.
mm.
You know.
You showed
I
a
mean, he was
picture of
doing.
your family. I thought you guys looked like the mob.
yeah,
You look like a mob picture.
Listen, man. You know, I love that picture, man.
I know. You
That's
guys
such an
look. You
that's
guys are
such an
so
'80s.
dapper. You guys are so
That's
dapper,
such
and
an
make him an,
'80s
we're
picture,
gonna
man.
make him an offer he can't
you can't
refuse.
refuse. I was gonna comment on it. What is this, The Godfather? Like, damn.
Go ahead, man.
Your
Better
dad's.
be careful, Mark. You might end up missing, man.
Oh, I don't want to get a pair of concrete
No, but my
shoes.
dad is, you know, he's 80, he's 82, 83. He's still in good health, man. I mean, you know, it's my mom that's been declining, but you know, my
Mm.
dad, man, he kept busy all his life, and he's like, I mean, when he retired from his company or dissolved his companies, and he went to go still work for his friend, you know, I was like, Dad, you cool with that? And he's like, Yeah, man. What am I gonna do? Sit home, you know, listen to your mother all day, you know? He was
Yeah,
joking, man. But I
I
mean,
know.
he liked to keep busy. When we moved down here, he was constantly like doing stuff around my house, and you know, while I went to work, just you know, he likes to keep busy, man. He
Yeah.
built like in our shed in the back. He built like a workbench, and I mean, he's been like the guy that's like been hand. Like I learned to be handy from him, you know. And I still don't know everything. I mean, he knew,
Dang. I need a handyman.
yeah.
Up and away. No, I'm joking.
But I learned a lot from him, man. So I'm grateful. Like, I mean, he used to take me when I was on summer break. I mean, when I was like 12, 13 years old, in the summer, he took me to a job with him. And, you know, by 13 years old, I was digging foundations with a fucking backhoe and shit. And everybody was like amazed. Like, this fucking 13-year-old's like digging holes and shit, you know, with like, you know, the backhoe and stuff. It was great, man. It was fun. So
That's
I had
what
a
I
lot of
was
fun doing
missing because my the stepdad I had was taking me fishing, teaching me how to do this, teaching me how to do. And then they got a divorce. I didn't have a dad who was handy. My grandpa didn't do crap, so
it.
I
Yeah.
didn't learn all that stuff. I didn't learn how to work on cars or stuff like that. So I kind of missed out on having a dad, man. You're blessed, Al, on having
Thank you.
that in your life,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah, I mean, I am. I count my blessings all the time, man. I have two great parents that were always supportive of me. You know, they never told me not to listen to a certain kind of music, or even though they may not have liked it, you know, or you know, I didn't really crank up the Slayer that loud, but you know what I mean. Because my mom would have been like, "Oh my God, the devil's coming to get you," you know. I grew up in a Catholic household, so
Oh, I did play
Me too.
Motley. I did play "Shout at the Devil" for my grandpa in his car, and he's a pastor. He didn't say nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's cool. But did you know Wink Martindale, Joseph?
I did not. I never did see any of the show that he hosted. That was not a show that I knew of that era. I know a lot of the shows, of course. Match Game was one that I watched quite a lot growing up, the old reruns of Match Game. But yeah, I never saw Tic Tac Toe or anything else that he was involved in, so I didn't really know him.
So the place where your wife likes to make whoopee blank.
Gotta be in the butt, Bob.
Gotta be in the butt. That is not Wink. That's Bob Eubanks, the newlywed game.
He was great too, man.
That was great.
He was awesome
He
too.
was great.
I love watching those old clips on like YouTube, man.
Yeah.
I love watching like Hollywood Squares with with
Paul Lynde.
Paul Lynde.
God, man, Paul Lynde was like the best, man.
They're trying to bring that show back. It's not working. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's not
Drew
bad.
Barrymore's not a center square.
Yeah,
Come on.
really,
Well, that's why I always loved Match Games. You had Charles Nelson Riley up there.
Oh
you
yeah,
had,
Red Butler.
Yeah, you had
Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
That black comedian. What's that guy? The
Red Fox.
No, he had that guy who was always like Nipsey Russell was on
Nipsey
there.
Russell.
Nipsey Russell's hilarious. He was always like trying to take the golf. Great shit, man. They should bring that one back and make it not PC. That was amazing.
Yeah, I know, man. But nowadays, it's just
Yeah, that sucks. Comedy's been fucking censored. It pisses the fuck out of me, man.
it's starting. I feel like it's starting to come back around.
It
a little
is.
bit. Certain comedians are being un-PC again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, let the Wayans brothers make the
pendulum-
scary movie.
I think
again,
the
man.
pendulum's swinging the other way a bit. You know?
I think it's because Dave Chappelle's saying "fuck you." I'm doing what I want, bitches, and they can't cancel them, and they're getting pissed. Bring the Chappelle show back.
Can you imagine they tried to do that to George Carlin? It just wouldn't work, man.
Yeah,
No way you're gonna silence that.
he would have been like, "Fuck you, man."
Exactly.
I'll say what I want.
All right, man. So then we get to Gene Simmons. I'm still sad Ace Frehley and Peter Criss not being able to enjoy the fruits of their labor.
I'm sure you are, Gene. I'm sure you just stay up late at night and cry about it, don't you?
Gene's enjoying it for them.
Yep.
He said, I got your share. I'm not really that sad. What the fuck am I talking about? I just want to look good to the press.
I just don't know what to say with Kiss anymore. I really don't, man. I mean,
See, my whole thing is like, what was it, like 5-6 years ago or whatever it was? It looked like Gene and Ace had made up and they were touring together, and Ace was appearing at a lot of the Vault stuff, and they were doing all this kind of stuff together. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, nothing.
Yeah,
anymore.
Paul and Ace did a fucking song together. It's like,
yeah. Well, that was like, but that was like the
cover.
only thing that ever happened with that.
But I'm just saying, it's like,
I mean, Gene wrote a couple songs on Spaceman. They toured together a whole year.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of the Vault shows together, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
They're just like a dysfunctional family, man.
And then Ace Frehley got his passport taken away, and he says, "Pay me so I could get this taken care of."
And now Ace Frehley's
anymore,
a disgrace on the stage.
Oh my god, he's horrible now. It sucks. I seen him twice when he was good, so
I'll be seeing him next month at M3. I'm not looking forward to it.
As long as he doesn't play Cherry Medicine.
Already,
he is.
Shit, the last time I saw him was already like it was. I think it was pre-COVID. I don't think it was after COVID. But anyway, man, I mean, he was already like really, really sloppy, man. Like,
yeah.
The only time I've ever seen him was at M3 in 2018, and that was the show where everyone like collectively agreed that he fell off the wagon. It was that show.
I think he's taking opiates.
It was that show because everyone's like, "What the fuck happened to Ace?"
Yeah.
Because it was when he was on the run of like really good stuff. Everyone was like really talking him up and stuff. And then that was the show where he just like he played like shit. And that was when Richie Scarlett was still in the band. That was before he kicked everybody out and started acting all crazy. But yeah, there's two bands that I'm not looking forward to at all next month, and it's unfortunate because they're two of my favorite musicians of all time. And it's Ace Frehley and David Lee Roth are both playing M3.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, maybe David will be singing the tapes. Maybe
I can only hope so.
Maybe he'll break out. He'll break out the Van Halen live in Japan.
Honestly, if they if they play tapes and he dances around, it would be preferable to him actually singing.
I agree.
Like it's his first show in 5 years. No one knows what to expect.
Hey, but Warren DeMartini and Piercy look
that good. I'm looking forward to.
That look good.
Yeah.
Stevens never really had the best voice, but at least he keeps the tone. He keeps it going.
And he looks like he's having so much more fun on stage now than he did the last couple of years.
Warren, yeah.
When I saw him last year, they did all of Out of the Cellar, and he was amazing. He had a great time. He was smiling, interacting with the crowd and stuff, and it was like, I think he's like really getting back into the.
He's got both his knees fixed. He can move around now.
He's really getting back into it, and I'm happy for him because for a while there, it was like between all the on and off rat reunions and stuff, and he just seemed like he was just fed up with the whole thing.
The only
And he,
time I saw Rat was a few years ago when it was him and Crucier,
yeah,
And now, I mean, it was good, but like, God, man, I just wish Warren was there, man. It was so,
yeah.
it just was lacking without him, man.
I'm surprised that they didn't bring Juan back for this.
I
I knew
think
there was no chance of them bringing Blotzer back
No,
after
but
the
I'm
whole
surprised
thing.
Juan's not a part of it, man.
Yeah, because it's Steven, it's Warren, and it's Carlos from Infestation, and they got Blast Elias on drums.
Well,
And
Juan wasn't on Infestation though,
No.
but I
no, but
mean,
he came back afterwards.
yeah,
He came
yeah,
back for the tour.
but he's the
yeah.
other voice of Rat.
He does have a good voice though.
He does, and then he dances really nice.
Well,
Your
that's
gas is really nice.
Oh,
That's
I almost
subjective
spit up
there,
my
but-
whiskey there.
maybe that's why he's not back. Maybe just Steven's like, I don't want him fucking prancing around stage.
It's that. It's
Doing
that.
fucking bass moves and all that shit, man. Because I remember the behind the music,
Yeah.
man. They made fun of him on there. I remember that behind the music on VH1.
What was he like this? He goes.
Yeah.
Licks-
Then he's
Licks
almost
his
as bad as
back.
Mark. He's almost as bad as Mark Mendoza.
All right, man.
Mark Mendoza from
Twisted Sister.
Yeah. Hey, did you
I don't
guys?
even think he plays bass. He just swings it around and
Just
it hits it
fucking-
every now and then
Yeah,
hits
never
it.
gets that. Yeah.
Are you guys ready for a new sport?
Oh God,
that?
what?
Sperm racing, a new sport is coming to Los Angeles. Now you might be wondering how exactly a sperm race works. Well, the founders laid it out. First, a microscopic racetrack for 2 sperm samples to compete will be constructed. The course mimics reproductive system and includes chemical signals, fluid dynamics, and synchronized starts. Every move that the sperm makes is tracked by high-resolution cameras and live stream. There will be even stats, leaderboards, and yes, even instant replays.
Okay.
Get a photo
can't.
finish.
I can't. I
was gonna
cannot take this seriously.
This is what the fuck story of the week.
I remember when their COVID was out and there was nobody playing the big sports. I remember turning to ESPN and watching rock skipping, professional rock skipping.
Yeah.
I thought that was bad enough, but this kind of tops it. Yeah.
But I wonder who they're gonna get. Are they gonna get like 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds? They need to get some lively sperm, right?
Or how are they going to extract? How are they?
I've
how
heard
are
of
they gonna
breeding
extract
horses,
these sperm
but-
cells?
Hey, maybe Gene Simmons will participate.
Oh, Jesus, probably will.
They'll try to make money off that. Paul Stanley sperm versus Gene Simmons.
Ew.
sperm.
All right, enough.
Gotta empty out the Kiss condom.
Fucking yeah.
Okay, terrific.
All right, I'll move on from that. But
Thank you.
did you hear at the place I worked at? A man in custody after trespassing at Disneyland and roaming around naked in the park, New Orleans Square. He climbed New Orleans Square. He went to the restroom. He deep robed and climbed to New Orleans Square naked in the middle of the day. What's going on with people, man?
Unfortunately, that's not a it happens more than people think nowadays. It's like,
That's
it's not
okay.
even really.
If you think that's bad, apparently it was on the news a couple days ago that some lady took a shit in the beer refrigerator at our local convenience store.
Oh, nice.
Oh, people suck. But
But we're
man,
heading south in a hurry tonight, aren't we?
there's kids there. Well, I'll end it with another what the fuck story. Yeah, you guys like Pringles. I don't like Pringles. I think they're
I love
regurgitated.
Pringles.
I love Pringles.
They're regurgitated chips that didn't make the
Oh,
cut.
come on, man. You had the duck bill when you were a kid, didn't you?
No,
Come
I
on.
never had Pringles. I ate one and I go, this is horrible. Can I get Lay's? Or can I get Ruffles? I didn't like
The,
them.
the sour cream and onion ones are the best.
Well, the Ruffles sour cream and
No, they're good
onions
too,
are-
but
yeah.
Pringles.
But Pringles and Miller Lite to launch a beer infused chips in May.
Jesus.
Gross.
I'm not saying mix them together and it'll taste good, but first of all, Miller Lite sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some piss water. That's like Bush.
Let's
to
get
me.
some
I mean,
PBR, man.
Miller Lite. All Miller Lite's good for is a headache.
Yeah, it's bad. Fuck that.
Tastes great, less feeling. What do you guys think about that though? It sucks. Do you guys Miller Lite with chips?
Pretty much all I said. It sucks.
Yeah, I will not be purchasing.
I bet you guys will try it. Come on, you like
No.
Pringles.
No.
You're gonna try it.
No,
Come
I
I
draw
will
the
on.
I
not.
draw the line with Miller Lite, Old Milwaukee, Bush, and a couple other ones I can't remember.
See, Mark, all this like flavored stuff that people put out, I never try any of it. Like I have no interest in any of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't like fried chicken chips. No, no, I just
Yeah,
like
well,
the
that's
regular
like
chips.
for in college for a summer, I worked at the Utz factory. Utz chips come from my town, and they were making all kinds of different weird flavors of chips at the time. And they were testing new ones. They made them with like Utz chips with like hell of a good dip, the flavor of hell of a good dip.
Yeah.
They made them with one of them was like a Philly cheesesteak flavor.
Ew,
Fried pickles was
ew.
a flavor. And now imagine all of that
Okay.
mixing together and smells mixing together
I
in a
was like
factory.
waiting for you. He's leaving
It
us
was
in
like a- it was
suspense
like a-
here.
I
was like
know.
a
It's like
cliffhanger. It was
okay.
like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Joseph
And
Cliffhanger.
and the special chip doesn't taste nothing like it. Philadelphia
Just give me-
cheesesteak doesn't
give me
taste
good
nothing
old-
like it.
Just give me good old salt and vinegar, man.
Ooh,
Ooh,
don't
that's
like
one thing
that
I can
either.
never stand. So
I
Not
don't
a
like
fan,
that.
not
a
I'm
fan. I love those.
I like freaking the Ruffles, what cheddar and sour cream, and you get a
Sour
beauty
cream
cheese
is
burrito
awesome. I
and
love
you
sour
dip
cream
it.
and onion.
Yeah, love that shit. But let's get back to the music, man. This is one guy I didn't really know who I only knew Dave Holland and Travis. I didn't really know Les Binks that much.
Oh, that's my
But
favorite.
but he did pass away, and we need to talk about him because he made one of the greatest live albums with Judas Priest. I didn't
Fuck
even
yeah,
know.
dude.
Being in the groups and being a rock and metal combat group, I learned who this guy actually was because I never had these albums as a kid. I got into Judas Priest really late. So I'll start with you, Al, on Les Binks, man.
My favorite drummer in Judas Priest. I mean, he played on my favorite era is the '70s Priest. I mean, Stay in Class is my favorite studio album. Unleashing the East is, to me, I've always maintained that that's the greatest metal live album, heavy metal live album of all time. That's my favorite. If we ranked heavy metal live albums, that'd be number one for me. And his playing is phenomenal. He just took them to a whole other level, man. Like even the old songs that are on Unleash the East, he just injected this fucking energy and just updated it to like with double bass and all that. He was an innovator with the double bass in in heavy metal, man. I mean, look at Exciter, man. That's like proto thrash right there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was hoping like he was going to be a permanent part in the beginning. It looked like he was going to be part of KK's Priest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he did some shows when it was still KK's Steel Mill, before he renamed it KK's Priest. And then I guess health problems, or maybe he couldn't tour or whatever. I don't know, kind of. But I don't know if KK kind of didn't. I don't know the whole story. Like if he kind of just wasn't, if it was Les that wasn't going to tour, or KK just didn't want to have him on there or whatever. But I was hoping he would have been part of KK's Priest, and I would have maybe seen him live, because I never saw Les Binks live after he left Priest. I mean, he went on. I mean, nobody knew what he was doing after. Really, he just kind of faded away, for the longest time. Then finally, like I started hearing his name again, coming back, and the whole KK's Priest thing. He was playing with him and shit, and I was like, wow, that's cool, man. So, but yeah, I mean, what was he? He was in the '70s, right?
Like 71. He wasn't that
Yeah.
old.
He wasn't that old, man. So I guess he had his health problems or whatever. But man, what a great drummer, dude. He really, like, he's my favorite. I mean, I know Simon Phillips was on Sin After Sin, and but he was just starting out being a session player, and he was just a session player in that album. I mean, that album is great too. The drums on that album is phenomenal. But Les toured for that album and then onward. I kind of wish he would have stayed in the band longer, but
Did he do
you know,
Killing Machine too?
Yep.
he did Killing Machine, he did Stained Class,
Stained
and the live
Class.
album. Yeah, those
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trifecta right there.
Those are great
To me,
albums, man.
that's my favorite era of Priest, man.
These are my
You
three
know?
favorite Priest albums.
I mean,
Like, the
and I
three that he
discovered
played on.
Priest with Screaming and Defenders of the Faith, and I love those albums. But when I discovered the '70s stuff, I just became like much more of a fan of it. I just like the Priest a bit darker, and you know, it's a little. There was still a little bit of a hint of prog in them, like a progressive in a way. They streamlined their sound a lot with British Steel. Which is a
Yeah.
good album. I that the way they streamlined their sound into the '80s. And they brought in Dave Holland, and Dave Holland was right for that material. I think with the way they wanted to go. So but Les is the best, man. So rest in peace, Les.
Jerry?
Yeah, man, fucking legend, dude. I mean, it's a shame. It's like I was going to say this until Al brought it up. It's like his name wasn't even meant. He was forgotten about almost in the music
Yeah.
business. Was he at the Hall of Fame induction?
Yeah, he played with
He
them.
was.
He played
He
with
did
them.
play with them, exactly.
That's great. Aaron, people. I'm sorry, just to interject real quick,
That's
Jerry.
all right, man. Go ahead.
I understand. Like, I'm indifferent on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They do so much shit wrong, but the thing I think that they, when they do get something right, is at least like they reunite certain bands.
That's what I love about it. The only thing I love about him
And
is that.
I'm glad that Les got to play on stage with Priest like one last time at least. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
And KK.
and KK. So, I mean, to me, that was such a plus of that whole induction thing. Them, even though they kind of backdoored them in, it wasn't like a full induction time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's ironic that
Yeah.
like one of the things as good of a reunion as it was, they still had to like screw them over on the way in by not actually inducting them.
That was
Yeah,
Tom
it was like
Morello.
some musical
That's Tom
excellence
Morello,
thing or
the only way
something.
he could get him in.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing that yeah, you could shit on the Rock Hall, man, and whatever. Like Ralph has said, and everybody's, people that hate that hall. That's fine, dude. We have our own Hall of Fames. Our record collections are our Hall of Fames. But there's certain aspects of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame I do enjoy, and it's to get to see bands like Reunite that have been fucking apart or whatever. Now the thing that they get wrong is they fucking wait too long on certain bands too. Like now Motorhead, all the classic guys are gone. So when
Yeah.
they induct them, who the fuck's gonna be there? It's all these other bands, man. They're just waiting too long, and now like let's say the New York Dolls get in, nobody's left from that band. You know what I mean? Like they have their heads up their ass. They wait too long for certain bands, and
Yeah, Chris Squire didn't get
Foo
in.
Fighters has to get in on the first fucking year they're eligible. I mean, give me a break, man.
Chris Squire and John Lord didn't get to celebrate, man.
Exactly. They didn't get to enjoy,
I mean, Chris Squire was Yes. I mean, he was the only one that's been consistent the whole career of Yes
Yeah,
up until he
held
died.
them he held them together the whole time,
Yeah.
man. So
yeah.
anyway, I'm sorry,
But
Jerry.
yeah, but no, it's all right. I'm just thinking about Staying Class. What a great fucking album that is,
I
man.
love that album.
Fucking White Heat, Red Hot, fucking
Fucking that song.
Saints in Hell.
Better by You, Better Than Me, I think is on that one. Just
Yeah,
a
Beyond the
great
Realms of
fucking
Death,
song.
Saints in
Beyond the Realms
Hell.
of Death.
Great fucking album. And
That's like the stairway to
again,
heaven of fucking.
I say this all the time. We're going to be seeing more of this on a frequent
gonna-
basis, man. It's going to get
By
worse.
the end of the
I think.
decade. By the end of
It's
the
going to
decade.
get worse. I mean,
Yeah,
people
man.
that my favorites. I mean, David Gilmour and Jimmy Page, they're getting up there, and David Gilmour don't look too good. He looks a little.
I was just gonna say, if those
but-
two die, I'm fucking saying, hey, I'm going home FMLA at work. I gotta go do a show.
Oh man, that'll kill me. That'll be
Yeah,
like Eddie Van
I'm gonna
Halen,
say,
man, to
Jerry,
me.
you're gonna be retired by that time. I'm coming home. We're doing freeform in about an hour. Get ready.
I mean, Robert Plant, he looks old. John Paul Jones still looks really good though. But
He's just chugging along,
I mean, he's just there exactly. He doesn't have fucking care.
Why
in the
doesn't
world,
them
probably,
Crooked
but,
Vultures make another album? Fuck, that album ruled.
Roger Waters, I think is going to live to be 100. I don't think he's going to slow down.
He's a
That man
fucking
lives on spite. He's gonna live forever.
I know. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fact of life, man. These people are going to die, man. I mean, look at us, how old we are, Mark. I mean, come on.
I'm not old.
These guys are 20, 30 years older than us, man. So yeah, it's gonna suck, dude.
All right,
Can't
Joseph.
see
a lot
Father
more of it.
Time, bro.
Les
Yeah.
Binks, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the three Priest albums that he played on the two studio albums and the live album are my three favorite Priest albums of all time. Like, and that's not by mistake. Like, he added something to that band that they were sorely missing when he left. Dave Holland's a good drummer, but I don't think that there was nearly the amount of drumming firepower, pun intended, on any of those
Yeah.
80s albums. They
It's
didn't
like
get it. They didn't get it back till Painkiller. They did
They
not
didn't, they
get
didn't know, they didn't, they
that
didn't know how
kind
to
of
ram
drumming
it
back.
down. They didn't know how to
No,
ram it
it's
down.
like when Adler got fired from Guns N' Roses. They
yeah,
weren't the same band.
just that something clicked with these five guys, and they lost it in the 80s. And they put out a lot of great stuff in the 80s, but nothing ever came close to this. And it was the feel of this lineup. And like Al said, they changed musically. They were still this like great fusion on these albums, and they lost a little bit of that going into the 80s. With British Steel, they just try to go all heavy all the time, and I'm not a huge fan of that album. Point of Entry, they tried to do all the weird shit, and I like that album more than
I love
than
that
British
album.
Steel. And then finally, 3 albums into that experiment, they finally managed to kind of consolidate it all back together on Screaming for Vengeance, which I think is their best album of the 80s. But they lost something that they never quite got back. And it wasn't until they got Scott Travis in the band that they
Yeah, I
got
love
a
Scott
drummer of
Travis.
that caliber back. But unfortunately, that was when the rest of the band was falling apart.
Yeah.
So they never quite got it back. Painkiller is the best album, in my opinion, since Screaming for Vengeance. But then everything happened with the Ripper Years, and I love Angel of Retribution, and I really love Firepower. But just something about this lineup was just so magical that it only existed for 2 years, but some of the best music they ever put out was from those 2 years.
Yeah, I didn't I love those 3 albums. I didn't really know who Les Binks was. Being in our groups, I figured out who he was. And I agree with you. You know, Dave Holland's kind of like, what do you call the drummer from AC/DC? He's just like he's just a
He's more of a
steady guy.
basic, but
More
He's
of
a
a
basic
basic.
drummer.
but he
Yeah,
wasn't. But they dumbed down his playing on that material
yeah,
because if you listen to him in Trapeze, he was a much different drummer, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
He had more fire. He was more technical, but they wanted more of a groove like type of drummer, man. On those, you know, it's like the Who going from Keith Moon to Kenny Jones. They
Yeah,
just,
it was kind
you
of
know,
sterile. Or Guns N' Roses going to Matt Sorum from
Yeah.
Steven Adler. You know, it's weird.
Dave Holland was good though. He was solid. He was a
He
solid.
was solid.
Like he was like a metronome man, like perfect time and fucking. Yeah, kind of like that Phil Rudd kind of
Yeah,
style, just
Phil Rudd.
regular.
Yeah.
Good groove, basic. But that's what they wanted. That's what the material called for at that by
Yeah.
that time. They just kind of went in that direction. You know,
He's one of those drummers that you just kind of forgets back there sometimes, though. Like there's a lot of bands in that era that had drummers that you just kind of sometimes forgot. There was so much star power up front, and
yeah,
then it was just a very basic drummer back there.
yeah,
And unfortunately, he fell into that category.
So
yep.
I'm just gonna read what they said. Judas Priest, message from the band. We are deeply saddened about the passing of Les, and we send our love to his family, friends, and fans. The acclaimed drumming he provided was first class, demonstrating his unique techniques, flair, style, and precision. Thank you, Les. Your acclaim will live on. And we will end the BS with Les because there shouldn't be anything after him because he was an amazing guy. And let's get to the episode, Joseph. You're doing it, man.
Yeah, cool. So I've been tasked with leading this charge. Like Mark said, we're doing Physical Graffiti versus The Wall, track by track. And if the first thing you thought in your head was, "Hey, those 2 albums don't have the same amount of tracks," you're right. So to rectify that, Mark made an initial attempt to kind of cut out some of the intros and stuff and match tracks up, and
Failed. But it
it
was a
was
good effort.
shit. I'm kidding,
I'm
Mark.
just trying to be nice. It was a
I'm
good
kidding,
effort.
Mark. I'm kidding, Mark. Literally, I only had to change a couple things, so like it was really like I had to add the one song and then move everything down one, and then just add some of the intros back in. So that's all I really had to do. But what we did for this, a lot of the songs on The Wall have intros that go with them, and so we kept those intros, matched them together into one song. Um, and so that's what we're gonna do. We tried to get as many of the tracks on The Wall onto here as possible. There was a couple that we did have to cut, but turning a 26 song album into a 15 or 16 song album, we had to consolidate quite a bit of it. So, without further ado, we're going to start it out with In the Flesh versus Custard Pie. And so, Al, what is your selection between In the Flesh and Custard Pie?
You know, like a lot of these album battles, man. I don't really. I mean, I've heard both of these albums enough in my life where I didn't refresh my memory or
Me
nothing. I'm just
neither.
going. I'm
Neither
going
did
off the
I.
cuff like I usually do on
Same.
these
Same.
battles. You know, In the Flesh versus Custard Pie. I love Custard Pie, man. I, I used to do that song in a band that I was in, and I had so much fun playing it. I'm gonna go with In the Flesh though, because to me that just is such a dramatic opener to the album. It just we gotta remember here too, man. One is a concept album, and one is not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know like how this is gonna play out, but I mean, I'm going with In the Flesh because I think it's just such a dramatic opener to the album. But Custard Pie fucking rocks, but I'm leaning more towards In the Flesh on this one. So In the Flesh for me.
Cool. Mark, are you writing this down, by the way?
Oh, you want me to write it
Can
down?
you please?
I don't have a pen. Let me
Oh,
go get a
Well,
pen.
shit.
wait,
So
you
go
want me to
next.
do
Go
it?
next.
You want me to do it?
Go for it.
Just someone write it down.
I could do it, man.
Okay, thanks,
My
Al.
pen's in the other room.
So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna just everyone's pick. I'll write down and
Or you could just put like
Like
Pink
tally
Floyd,
marks.
like tally Pink Floyd number 1, 2, whatever.
Yeah, we
Because
got
I have them
50
written down here.
we have 15 battles. So if you just
Yeah.
want to like 1 through 15 and then tally for one column for Pink Floyd, one column for Led Zeppelin.
okay. So Led Zepp. I'll put a Led Zeppelin column and I'll put a Floyd column. And it's 15 songs,
15
right?
Yeah.
songs. Yep.
All right, go ahead, man.
All right.
I put
So you
I
picked
picked
In the Flesh.
Floyd, so that's one for Floyd. Go ahead, man. You
Awesome.
guys go.
Jerry, In the Flesh versus Custard Pie.
Ugh.
That's what I expected.
Fucking making a guess.
Al's right. Al's right because In the Flesh just introduces that album with a fucking total bang. But Custard Pie, fucking, oh man,
I feel the pain on that one.
I gotta take Custard Pie. It's the lead off to my favorite album of all time. So I love In the Flesh, but I'm going with Zeppelin on this one.
All right, Mark.
Oh, this is hard too. My brain's hurting too, Jerry. I'm sorry I did this to us. But I'm going within the flesh. That song is just so powerful to start off the album. It's like, oh shit. Oh shit. Custard Pie is a great song, but it it's just the child it like In the Flesh like just starts that downfall of Pink in this album. It's like I gotta go within the flesh.
All righty. So 2 for In the Flesh, 1 for Custard Pie. I'm gonna have to go with In the Flesh as well. I mean, it just like Al started out with, it just so bombastic in opening the album up, just out of nowhere. It starts so
Yeah.
silent and then bomb, bomb, bomb. It's just, I mean,
It
what an
introduces
opener.
it introduces the movie good too because it's all
Oh,
quiet.
yeah.
You hear the vacuum, and all of a sudden, dun dun. I mean, it gets really quiet. You almost got to turn the TV up a little bit, and then
And the
just
concert
blast
was
in.
amazing too.
Funnily enough, I was watching. There was a guy on YouTube that was listening to the whole album, and he
Mhm.
put the record on, and he thought, "Wait, where's the music at?" Cranked his volume up,
Oh
and
God.
it almost blew his
Boom.
speakers out. And he jumped back in his chair, cranked the volume down really quick. It jump scared him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just it's such an amazing opener, and so is Custard Pie. I mean, it's a great opening track. But like Al said, this is going to be kind of hard because you got a concept album on one side that's fairly unified, and then you got Physical Graffiti, which is literally a hodgepodge. It's one of the
Pretty
greatest
much.
hodgepodges of all time. They tried to replicate it again 10 years later and utterly failed at it. But half this album was just pulled random outtakes from previous sessions, put it together to make one of the greatest albums of all time. And so it's going to be hard deciding between some of this. But yeah, I'm going with In the Flesh for track 1. We'll move on to track 2, which is The Thin Ice versus The Rover. Al, what do you think?
I'm going with the Rover on this one. Another song that I used to play with a band that I was in, and I just absolutely love this song. And it goes over the Thin Ice for me. So I'm going with the Rover on this one.
Awesome. Jerry?
Yeah, Thin Ice is a really good tune, man. I love it. I love the slowness of it. The cranks into that heavy part at the end, especially the movie where he falls through the fucking, the swimming pool. And yes, it's an awesome part. But man, I love The Rover, dude. It's one of my favorite songs by him. So yeah, to me, this is an easy one, The Rover.
All
Okay.
right, Mark.
I love the Thin Ice when he goes, you should go
Go
skating
skating on the thin ice of my life.
But the Rover just kicks ass. I gotta go with the Rover on this one, man.
All righty. Well, it's a clean sweep. I think the Thin Ice is one of the most underrated songs on the wall, but the Rover just it's a classic. I gotta go with that one. Alrighty, next track 3. We got Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1 versus In My Time of Dying. Al.
Got to go in my time of dying. That's one of my favorite songs on an album, man. I love that song so much. Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1, great. But I mean, come on, in my time of dying, that for me, that just takes the cake on that one. So it's gonna be my pick.
On my cheat.
Yeah,
All right, Jerry.
I love that intro.
Yeah, I mean, again, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1 it's cool. Not much really happening going on. Just a couple.
It's just kind of the setup for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just but yeah, I mean, My Time of Dying, man. This another easy one in my opinion, dude. In My Time of Dying.
I will say Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1, though, is a great like moody piece. It kind of just that's kind of that mood, man. That's when the album really starts getting into that like fucking story now. You know what I mean? It's like the beginnings, that all that bombast and all that, and then finally with that Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1, with David's like little chugging guitar, thing.
They're really cool little things he does there.
But In My Time of Dying. So you picked In My Time of Dying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mark.
This is easy because In My Time of Dying, like Al said, it's my favorite Zeppelin song of all time. He's like, "All my cheating, all my cheat." I love that part in that song where he just like he's moaning, "All my cheating," and it's boom, boom, boom. It's like, God damn, wah, 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 wah. God damn, this song is just fucking the Black Crowes did a good version with Jimmy Page on there. Fucking live, fucking rules. There's
love that fucking
fucking
album.
I can't tell which version I like anymore because I love them both.
Well, come on now. It's not
Chris
get
does a
carried
great
away.
job at it though, man. Chris does a good job at it, and Gorman does a good Bonham, man. Of course, I like the Zeppelin one better, but it's pretty damn close. But In My Time of Dying,
Cool. Well, it's another clean sweep for Zeppelin. Yeah, by far In My Time of Dying. Like you guys said, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 1 is a cool little kind of intro to that theme that's going to repeat throughout the rest of disc 1. But yeah, I mean, no contest. In My Time of Dying clears that one entirely. So that's a second clean sweep in a row for Led Zeppelin. So we move on to track 4. This is the first one that I had to combine something for Pink Floyd, and this is one that literally anytime you hear it on the radio is combined.
Yeah.
And that is another Happiest Days of Our Lives and Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 versus Houses of the Holy. Al, what do you think?
Wow, this is a tough one, man. Real tough one. Wow. Man, I love both songs so much,
me
man.
to the movie.
take me to the show.
I'm gonna go Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 though, because to me it's such. House of the Holy is a great song, and I heard it a lot on the radio. But I remember when Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. I mean, what was that, 79, 80? So I was like, I was in fucking elementary school, and I remember the kids being so into that. Like, that was like a lot of people got, discovered Pink Floyd with that. It was kind of like their disco kind of beat, whatever song, whatever, but still a killer song. I'm gonna go with Floyd on this one.
Cool. Jerry, how about you?
If he didn't have Empty Spaces included, I would have took Houses of the Holy. But you put Empty Spaces
You
with
mean
Another Brick in the Wall.
Happiest Days of Our Lives?
Happiest Days of Our Life, excuse me. Empty Space. That's the next song.
Couple.
A couple songs. But yeah, Happiest Days of Our Lives. You add that to it, and absolutely, it's fucking better than I love Houses of the Holy, man. But it's just so cool. I mean, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
When we It's just really, really fucking. It just proves the genius of that band. What, especially with Roger, what he was capable of doing. I mean, though the rest of the band didn't agree most of the time during this era of Pink Floyd, but you have to admit, man, it worked. Except for the final cut, which I like that album. But anyway, yeah, I got to go with Empty Spaces or Empty. I fucking got said it again. Happiest Days of Our Lives, Another Brick in the Wall Part Two.
Well, we
Cool.
know where
It's
you're
just a
going
cool.
with
It's
these.
just a cool riff too. It's easy
Yeah.
to play. It's a D minor riff, Another Brick in the Wall. It's really cool, and the little fills that he does, and that solo at the end is incredible. You know, just Gilmore, man. What can you say? I mean,
Yeah.
Gilmore and Page. Holy shit, man. Damn, this is giving me a headache
He's
already.
having an aneurysm.
Yeah, it's
Mark,
tough,
how about
man.
you?
This is a hard one too, but like Al said, it's like a song, like Another Brick in the Wall. You're just singing it back. I remember when it's coming on the radio, and I think it was Queen, a crazy little thing called Love, and AC/DC, fucking Big Balls and shit. It was all around the same time for me. I was listening to all this, and I was always singing, "Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone." So fuck it, Another Brick in the Wall, Happiest Days. I'm going with that. I love House of the Holy. Let me take you to the movies. Let me take. But the thing is, I that song does not pop in my head like Another Brick in the Wall does. It's like I'll start singing that out of nowhere at work. It's like, hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. I don't sing House of the Holy out of nowhere.
All right. Well, it's our third clean sweep in a row, but this time it's for Pink Floyd. I mean, yeah, I love Houses of the Holy, but this one's not particularly close for me. And 100% with what Jerry said, it's the happiest days of our lives part that makes it. And I will say, I love all the different versions live of whether it's Pink Floyd or Roger Waters doing The Wall. Happiest Days of Our Lives is one of the things that they never got right live. They couldn't replicate it with the helicopter sound into the bass line and Roger singing it live, just put no effort into it because it was just this little like transition piece, and he didn't sing it right ever live. And so the version on the album is just so good, and the choir with the and then that like piercing scream as it comes into "We don't need no," it's just amazing. It is probably one of the most overplayed songs of all time, and I don't care. And I
Right.
love it every single time I hear it. So I'm definitely going with Happiest Days of Our Lives and Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. So that's a clean sweep for Pink Floyd this time. This is going to be an interesting one, I think. Track 5, Mother versus Trampled Underfoot. Al.
Um, I like Mother, man, but I love Trample Underfoot more, man. This one's a bit of an easier one for me. Mother's a good one, man, but yeah, Trampled for me.
Cool. Jerry.
Ah, fuck.
There you go.
No, it was on. I was
I
talking
thought
to
you were
myself,
muted.
kind of. No. Oh,
He's
fuck.
just so torn.
I fucking love Mother. This is oh.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Mother on this one.
All right.
I love that fucking song. I love Trampling Underfoot.
Mother.
Uh,
Not
no,
that mother.
not that
Oh,
shitty
I hate
shitty
that
song.
Mother. I hate
That
that
fucking
Mother.
song sucks.
Is that my
Um,
mother on
Ugh.
There's a couple
yeah,
mothers.
I couldn't stand the way they did it in the movie The Wall. I thought it was kind of dumb sounding, but the actual
Album track.
LP album track is just an incredible. Just but trampled underfoot. Holy shit.
Don't change your mind now, Jerry.
Yeah, I'll stick with Mother, but man, it's not an easy choice, man. We have ties. No ties.
No, no
Nope.
ties.
It's
Yeah,
been
Mother.
pretty low.
I'll stick with Mother.
Alrighty, Mark, how about you?
Mother is just so fucking disturbing. It sticks in your mind. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? He goes, hush, my baby, baby. The dual vocals between Roger and Gilmore just get me. It's just so like they work so great together. I love Trampled Underfoot, but Mother is just so disturbing that it sticks in my head more. I can't tell you the lyrics of Trampled Underfoot. I could tell you the lyrics of Mother. I have to pick Mother.
All right.
That's actually a really good point, and I'm for the same reason pretty much going with Mother. Mother is in my top 3 songs off this album. It is just one of the most haunting things with the acoustic guitar and Roger and David going back and forth on vocals, and then the solo. It's a short solo, but it's great when the electric guitar comes in. Honestly, one of my favorite versions of Mother, and it sounds nothing like the studio version, is the version from the Live in Berlin concert that Roger Waters did with Sinead O'Connor and the band doing it. And I really
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
that
he
version.
had two great kids. Well, he had Snowy White, and he was the other guitarist. I can't remember. He had a great fucking
Yeah,
backup band, man. It really
but
was.
no,
Yeah,
like the band, like uh
yeah.
um Rick
The band,
Danko.
See, you're right. You're right. But I didn't really like that part of the song. So
With like the
they
accordion
they,
and stuff.
they didn't sound like they could be singing a Pink Floyd song. That was my only
That's true.
criticism of them.
That's true.
But
That's true.
I mean, Sinead did all right, I guess. I mean, but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I watched that a few months ago, and it didn't really age well that concert for me for some reason.
What
There are
about
some good
Brian
parts too.
Adams?
Brian
He
Adams'
did
parts was
good. He did
good.
Young Lust. That was pretty good. The Scorpions
Scorpions
in
were
the
great.
Flesh.
Yeah.
I didn't care for fucking Jerry Hall and Thomas Dolby doing Waiting for the Worms and shit like that, or the trial, I mean. It had its moments, but mediocre.
It might be heresy, but I do like Jackson Brown doing Comfortably Numb. It
I
may
love
be
Jackson Brown.
heretical.
That was
I love Jackson Brown.
Van Morrison.
Comfortably
Van
Numb.
Morrison. Yeah, Van Morrison.
Oh, Van
No, he did
Morrison.
Hey
Van
You.
Morrison.
Van Morrison did Hey
Yeah.
You, didn't he?
No, he
Also,
did Comfortably Numb.
he did Hey You. He's singing it behind the wall, I thought.
Yeah, but he did Comfortably Numb too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Van Morrison did. Yeah. So that one was 3-1. Mother over Trampled Underfoot. This next one, as much as we all wanted it to be added in, I don't think this stands a chance. And that's Goodbye Blue Sky versus Kashmir. Yeah.
And I love Goodbye Blue Sky, man. But
Yeah.
Kashmir, come on, man.
Yeah.
Kashmir for me. There's even no explanation. I love Goodbye Blue Sky, man. But it's so short too, you know. So that kind of hinders it a bit for me. I mean, Kashmir is just epic, just fucking. It's like you're taking a trip through Kashmir. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it just you feel it. So yeah, Kashmir. It's just like one of the most iconic fucking songs, man. You know. So Kashmir for me.
Jerry, how about you?
Should I just put
Yep.
4 now?
Goodbye Blue Sky is so haunting, man. With
I
that.
know it is. It is. I love it.
The synthesizer orchestra behind it as it's going on.
Yeah.
The acoustic riff on that is just incredible.
Even the harmonizing on there, you know.
Yeah. But come on, you're going against Kashmir. I mean, so this is Kashmir. I'm just gonna stop it right there.
Yeah. Mark, how about you?
Look for me, and no more planes up in the sky. I love that when that comes in, and I love. Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling ones? But come on, Kashmir fucking kicks ass. I gotta go with Kashmir, even though I love Goodbye Blue Sky. God damn, this was a tough one because I almost went with Goodbye Blue Sky, but then I came to my senses and went to Kashmir.
I mean, shit, man. You know, Rat tries to impress Stacy with that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you guys know, that's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, guys.
Yes, it is.
If you guys don't know.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Side 2 of Led Zeppelin
Kashmir.
4.
Yeah.
And Kashmir comes up.
It's actually side 1 of
Yeah.
something.
Side 1, okay.
Yeah. Well, I used
Yeah.
to say that too, though. I used to always say side 2 for some reason. I don't know why. I fucked up.
But yeah, no, it's a 4. It's a full sweep for Kashmir. It's not even close. And I, like you said, I love Goodbye Blue Sky. The acoustic riff is so good that Metallica ripped it off for Fade to Black.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a classic track, but it's not Kashmir. So that's
Yeah, I'm still blown away by that O2 performance when they did Cashmere, man. They sounded
Oh yeah.
fucking on fire during that song, man. Like, holy shit, these guys can still fucking bring it. I'm like, I was hoping, man, but it never came to fruition,
So was
And to
unfortunately.
Jason
think,
Bonham.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was
Oh
kind of
man.
hoping they did a whole tour, but
Yeah.
and to
oh
think, I
well.
almost, and to think, I almost had a chance to go to that too, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, man. I told my wife if they ever did it again, I'm picking a second mortgage on the house. I'm gonna do whatever I can, man, to get that fucking ticket, man. I'm telling you, I
It's
ain't gonna miss it.
it's too far removed now.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
You know.
Yeah.
So
All right. So our
Imagine,
next
imagine if Robert Plant reaches like 90. Hey, let's do it. 90 inch.
They're up
At
there
that
on
point,
they're
he'll
sitting
be
up
like, fuck,
chairs on chairs and shit.
when he's senile and once all of
yeah,
a sudden wants to do Zeppelin again.
of course.
hey, Ann Wilson did her concert on a wheelchair. She sounded amazing, so it's possible.
Hey, so did Phil Collins. I saw him
Yeah.
sitting in the chair. It was
As long as the
amazing.
voices are good, man.
Yeah.
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 All right. So up next we have the next one that was a combination. We have Empty Spaces and Young Lust versus In the Light.
Oh,
Al, over to you.
Ooh. Empty Spaces, Young Lust versus In the Light. Wow.
and if you feel
That you
God, I love In the Light
can't
too,
go
man.
on
Benno,
in the
Benno.
light, you will find the road.
God, this is tough, man.
But when I was a young boy, danger in his time. Ooh,
I was just a new boy.
new boy, yeah.
Empty Spaces, Young Lust. I'm gonna go In the Light. That's fucking rough though, man. But
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go In the Light. I love that song too, man.
Cool. Jerry, how about you?
Maybe if you put "What Shall We Do Now" with it, maybe with empty
See,
spaces.
I've never been a fan of What Shall We Do Now because I'm so
Really?
used to the album version.
Shall we buy a new guitar? No, in
I,
the
I, I've
light.
ne-
In the
I've
light.
never liked What Shall We Do Now. I think it's too long.
Young Less is a cool riff to play too. Yeah.
I used to play that song in a band I was in too.
Yeah.
The Floyd song.
Another kick-ass fucking guitar solo by Gilmore there. That's a kick-ass solo. Oh,
All
but
right.
oh, come on. This is unfair.
What do
man.
you sing in your head the most? That's how you choose.
Probably both of them did. I don't go more than a week without listening to this album. So every song is in my fucking head, man. I listen to this a
Fair.
lot more than The Wall. So
All right. So far we got
I'm gonna go with In the Light.
two for In the Light. Mark, what are you going with?
I love In the Light, but fucking Young Lust, I fucking love more. I just love that fucking rawness and fucking, ooh, I need a dirty woman. Ooh, I need a dirty girl. I just love the fucking sexual fucking shit in that song. In the Light is fucking amazing. It's an amazing fucking track, and this is a hard thing to go, but that's one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs of all time, Young Lust. I have to.
I just love the way In the Light starts out, man.
In the Lights is one of my favorite songs, but not as my favorite at Pink Floyd. So I got and Empty Space is it's just so
What shall
it sets up Young Lust so well. So I got to go with that. Young Lust.
Well, we have our first 2-2 split because I'm going with Empty Spaces and Young Lust as well. I love In the Light, but growing up, even before I knew The Wall as an album, I knew this song. I heard it on the radio all the time growing up, Empty Spaces and Young Lust, and it was one of my favorite songs to hear on the radio, even before I knew it was a Pink Floyd song, before I knew what it was called or anything like that. I've always loved this song. Like Mark said, it gets stuck in my head a lot.
Yeah.
And I think because of how it was growing up and hearing this over and over again, that's why I'm so attached to the album version with Empty Spaces and not What Shall We Do Now? Because I think Empty Spaces is perfectly timed to like really a great introduction to Young Lust. What Shall We Do Now just I think overstays its welcome before it gets into Young Lust. I think Empty Spaces is perfect as an introduction. But yeah, I really, really love those songs, and so I'm going to go with that. So we have our first 2-2 split between two tracks. Up next, we have One of My Turns versus Brawny R. Al, what are you gonna go with?
I'm gonna go with One of My Turns on this one. Bronny Orr is just kind of a short. It's a great little, song, but I'm One of My Turns. I think beats it out, so I'm gonna go Floyd on this
So you
one.
like that one better or Black Mountainside? Which one do you like better? Guitar.
Probably Black Mountainside.
Yeah, that's a badass fucking
Yeah.
instrumental, man. Oh yeah, this is oh Jesus, man. It's not that easy. But
The guitar player in you is like taking over your head on this one.
well, I remember just racking my brain trying to figure out the tuning for Bronner R. So
I knew it.
that's before Guitar Magazine and all that shit came out. I tried to figure that out. I forgot what were we doing?
One of My Turns versus
Oh Jesus.
This is what I wanted right here.
I feel cold as a razor blade. Oh yeah, One of My Turns. I mean,
Thank you. You came to your senses.
yeah.
Yes.
Mark, I'm assuming you're gonna go with that as well.
One of My Turns, yeah.
Yeah,
That's actually one of the most underrated songs.
It's a great
on that
track.
It's a great
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, it's a 4-0 sweep. We can just move on from that.
And
Yeah,
I would say the best part of the movie too. I think actually too.
yeah, great part.
The
But
next
yeah,
one
no.
seems the next one seems
Motherfuckers.
pretty easy, but not that easy because there's a lot of
Yeah, yeah. So that is where we end side one or disc one of The Wall. We cut the rest. Brick in the Wall Part 3, Goodbye Cruel World, that stuff at the end. And we move right into the opening track of disc 2. So we have Hey You versus Down by the Seaside. Al, what are you going to go with?
I love Down by the Seaside, but I'm gonna go Hey You on this one, man. Hey You again, like the sequencing. Well, listen, it's a concept album, so sequencing is very obviously very important. To open up side two with that song is just like perfect. Down by the Seaside is just a great. I love that song, man. If I'm just like, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like a laid back, like on a beach, like when the sun's kind of going down, and and you're
But
on a
it
beach.
changes in the middle though.
Yeah,
It's like gurgles.
but yeah, I'm going Floyd on
Still
this.
do
Hey
the
You is just such.
twist. Yeah.
I love the mood of that song.
So
Just
far away,
opening
so
up the
far
second
away.
half of the album. So, yeah, Hey You for me.
Cool. Jerry, how about you?
Yeah, fuck. I mean, Down by the Seaside is amazing, but I have to go with Hey You. I love the guitar, the acoustic. I like how David Gilmour took off the low strings and put high strings on them to get that tone and this and the an amazing song. I think another underrated tune doesn't get enough credit off The Wall, in my opinion. They actually did this on the Paul store, which was pretty cool. I was surprised they did this one, but it sounded really good too, man. They had John Karen, the other keyboard players, sing Roger's part. They did really well, man. So kudos to them for that. But yeah, I have to go with Hey You as over Down by the Seaside.
I'm
Mark,
just
how
gonna
about
say
you?
Down by the Seaside is a total. It's like starts off really slow and then he goes so far away. So and it's like down, 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 and then fucking Jimmy Page just starts jamming. But I'm gonna go with Hey You because it's so fucking haunting and it's just like
Don't
that.
tell me there's no hope at
It's so
all.
fucking great. I love David Gilmour's voice on this
Together
song.
we stand,
United we fall.
divided
Divided
we
we fall.
fall.
We fall,
We
we
fall. We
fall.
fall. Love it. But Hey You, man. But Down by the Seaside is not a slacker by much.
It makes sense. I saw, once you saw why they took it out of the movie, it makes sense. It really didn't fit in to where the movie was going. So if you look at the actual part of the movie part of Hey You, where they took it off, it doesn't really fit in between the
Yeah.
songs. So I understand why they took it out. I was like, why the fuck they take that song out? It's one of the best songs on the album. But I understand why they took it out of the movie. But
I just like it. It's like you got Roger and fucking Gilmour trading off vocals on that song. Fucking great.
it sucks that these people can't get along, man, because it's amazing how good they fucking are together. It really is.
Yeah.
With a lot of bands, man.
They were the
It
yin and
sucks.
yang together, man. They
Yeah, of
were
course,
good
yeah.
yin and yang.
Yeah, but to be fair, we've gotten a lot of great music from both of them in the
Yeah.
split. So,
Yeah.
all right. It's another clean sweep for me. I'm gonna go with Hey You. like you guys said, no slacking on Down by the Seaside. It's a great track, but Hey You is the perfect song to open up side two or disc two of The Wall. Just a great track. And now we're going to go into one that's two in a row that aren't going to be particularly close, I don't think. We got on the side of the wall, Nobody Home and Vera versus In the Light.
We just did it in the light.
You mean 10 years gone?
10 years gone. 10 years gone.
Jesus God. Yeah, that's just not fair.
Yeah.
Actually, it is fair. It's no fair for the Pink Floyd side.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's possibly
gone.
possibly my favorite song of all time. It's on my favorite album by my favorite band. It's my favorite song, so it's not even close. 10 years gone.
10 years gone.
Now, when you had it at the Comfortably Numb, Mark, fuck you.
Hey,
You put that up there first. I'm
that-
like, you're fucking crazy.
Can I
Can
say
you tell
something?
him?
Can I say
Tell him.
something, Jerry?
Yeah, go ahead.
I had him take it out so you wouldn't, but I do have that as a side battle. I want you to pick 10 years gone between Comfortably Numb, Jerry.
I would take 10 Years Gone.
Okay. Just wanted
It's
to
my favorite song by Zeppelin. God damn.
Zeppelin.
But it's my favorite song of all time and possibly the best solo of all time. So it's like,
Okay.
fuck, man. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I just
cool.
wanted to know what you would take.
I'd have to go with Comfortably Gone.
Comfortably Gone.
Yeah. So I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think any of us are going to go with Nobody's Home or Vera on this
No,
one
I'm taking 10
against
years
10
gone.
years gone.
10 years gone is amazing. I love that song. Jerry's right on that. But Comfortably Numb versus 10 years gone. I would take 10 years gone also.
Yeah.
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 Even though it has the best David Gilmour solo of all time in that song.
Possibly the best solo of all time.
best solo of all time. I'd have to
Arguably.
take 10 years gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another clean sweep, this time for Led Zeppelin with 10 years gone. Now we flip it over, and I think it's going to be another easy clean sweep for Pink Floyd. And that is Comfortably Numb versus Night Flight.
Yeah, those are two great songs.
Al,
man.
what are you going to do on this one?
Yeah, I love
Oh,
Night Flight, dude.
mama,
You
well,
know,
I think it's time I'm leaving.
but fucking Comfortably Numb, man. It's just, it's so iconic, bro. It's just you can't. I can't go against it, man. So it's Comfortably Numb for me.
Yeah. Jerry.
No, I thought something. I never thought that in any carnation where it's Page or Plant or Zeppelin did that song live, and I came across a YouTube video where Page and Plant are actually doing that song live in the '90s. I never knew that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was kind of cool to find out. I love Night Flight. It's a nice short track, but come on, man. I mean, seriously, what against Comfortably Numb? It's like, yeah, I mean, 99% of the songs would lose against Comfortably Numb, in my opinion. But unfortunately, yeah, 10 Year Gone is a little bit better. But Comfortably Numb by a long shot over Night Flight.
Mark.
I had to go Comfortably Numb, the best solo of all time. I can't go. Night Flight's amazing, though. It's like, damn. If I put these albums, I listen to Physical Graffiti more than The Wall, but it seems like this is going one way to me right now. But we'll see at the end. But it's got to be Comfortably Numb.
Yeah. I mean, Night Flight's a great track, but Comfortably Numb is in another stratosphere. It's my favorite song off this album.
Never fucking gets old.
Never.
Man.
Never. This album never gets old for me. Like literally every single one of both of these albums never get old.
You know the songs where you pull up to your driveway and it's on the radio, it just started, you sit and fucking
sit
wait
there.
for it
Or you go
to
around
get
the
out of your
corner.
car. That's one of them.
I drive farther if a song comes on like that.
Yeah.
I just keep going for a drive.
Absolutely.
There's a few certain things that I am fully anticipating just sitting back in my seat next month when I see Brett Floyd and just taking it all in, and Comfortably Numb is one of them that I'm just ready to just let it take over. Hopefully, I have to see if I'm driving or not. I might pack some fun in a bag and take it with me, but we'll see.
They do it. There's a little. I'm not gonna spill it for you. They did a little Broadway during that song. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I saw the clip. That's
the singer,
the
doing
doctor.
Roger Waters. Yeah, being
Yeah.
the doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, no, this is not particularly close. But we go on to the next one, which I would be interested to hear how everybody goes on this one. And that is The Show Must Go On and In the Flesh versus the Wanton song. Al, what are you going to go with on this one?
I'm gonna go Wanton song. I love that song, man. Show Must Go On in the Flesh is great too, but yeah, Wanton song for me.
Oh, Jerry, what are you going to go with?
Oh man. And with In the Flesh, part
Mm-hmm.
two? Or In the Flesh with the
In the
with a
Flesh without the
question mark?
question mark.
Without the question mark. Yeah. I
The
think
first one's the one with the question mark.
yeah. Um I gotta get within the flesh and the show must go on, actually, man. I
Wow.
think I'm gonna have to. I just that song cracks me every time I hear it, man. Are there any queers in the theater tonight?
Put him up against the wall.
It's just so fucking outrageous. I understand what the point he was trying to get across there, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Not literally do, the Hitler thing, but I understand why he did that song, what he was thinking of when he wrote that song. But yeah, I love that. Yeah, I want to go with that In the Flesh and Show Must Go On, actually. Yeah.
Cool. Mark, how about you?
This is hard. I love both of them. I'm gonna go with the Wanton song though.
Yeah, I mean, I got
Wanton
I
song has a groove.
I gotta go with the one song on this one.
I gotta go with the groove.
I
You know
do I
what?
do like what are you gonna
Yeah,
change it?
I don't know. This
Yeah,
is so
stick with
fucking
stick with what
hard,
you
dude.
said. You
Yeah,
know
I'll
it's
fuck
okay.
it.
Stick with it.
Fuck it. I'll be the
Yeah,
difficult one.
I do like The Show Must Go On in the Flesh, but this is Wanton Song is one of my favorite songs on Physical Graffiti. That opening riff is just one of my favorite things to see on YouTube is the 95 tour when they opened up with the intro to Immigrant Song and then go right into Wanton Song.
I saw those tours, man. I saw both those tours.
That would be that would have been
Fucking
amazing to
incredible,
see.
incredible. Some of my favorite. That definitely, it's in my top 10. I gotta make a top 10 concerts of all time that I've seen.
Yeah, we were
That's
doing
definitely that would
We did
definitely
that
fall
before.
into a
that's
top 10.
that's a thing I was telling Jerry. He said we should do a top 10, top 11 concerts we've seen, our own that we've seen personally. And he said we've
We've done
done
that
that.
already.
No, we haven't.
I don't know, dude.
I don't think we've done that.
'Cause I remember saying Pink Floyd being my favorite, my number one. It was
I'll
somebody, it
go.
was some show.
I'll go look it up.
I don't know
If
if it
you
was
guys
Black
didn't do
Spinner
that yet,
or
have me on for
Yeah.
that.
I know for a fact we did the worst concert we've ever seen. I
Yeah,
know
we
for a
did the
fact we
worst
did
concert.
that.
We haven't done the best.
My number one was Eddie Money, I think.
I will look
I
it up.
remember right now. He
Oh,
was
the
drunk,
money.
wasted. He couldn't remember the words. He was in bad shape. It was just terrible. It was a state fair concert. He probably didn't give two
Ah,
shits, but
I
it
think
was
one of
bad.
mine was Dire Straits on every street. No, that was horrible. All right.
yeah. All right, so that was 3-1 with three of us going for the Wanton Song. Up next, we have Run Like Hell versus Boogie with Stew.
Oh God.
Al, what are you going to go with on that one?
I like Boogie with Stu, but Run Like Hell, man. You know. So Floyd for me on that one.
Yeah. Jerry, how about you?
One of the coolest fucking guitar riffs ever and Run Like Hell. So yeah, that's not even fun. I do like Boogie with Stu, man.
Mark?
Run, 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 run. I can run like hell.
You're
Boogie with Steel is
taking your
cool, but come
girlfriend
on, Run
out
Like Hell is like
tonight.
one of the best Pink Floyd songs of all time.
Because if they catch you in the backseat trying to pick her lunch,
This battle
they're
is
gonna
really
send
back and
you back
forth,
to
man.
mother in a
Yeah.
cardboard
This
box.
battle's really back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear how it comes out, but yeah, this is another clean sweep, I think. I'm going with Run Like Hell. So the next two I'm interested to see because this could go back and forth either way for me for how I think this might go. But second to last battle, we have Waiting for the Worms versus Black Country Woman. Al, how are you going to go on this one?
Waiting for the Worms versus Black Country Woman. Give me a second here. It's so dramatic waiting for the worms, man. It's like fucking.
Waiting.
I'm going
To
Floyd
turn
on
on
this
the
one, man.
showers and fire the ovens.
Yeah,
Fucking,
I'm going waiting
what
for
a
the worms. Eh, eh,
man.
Yeah, but Black Country Woman's great too, man. But yeah, I'm going waiting for the worms. The way the album is like ending here, man, it's just like so fucking. It's such a mind fuck, man. You know. So I'm going waiting for the worms.
Cool. Jerry, how about you?
Again, waiting for the worms is one of the songs like, holy shit, did they really go there?
Yeah.
But I love Black Country Woman, man. So I'm gonna go with that one.
All right.
Yeah, see, like I said, I can see this going either way for some people. Mark, how about you?
I gotta go for waiting for the worms. I just love Roger's voice on that one. It's just so dramatic and like, what the fuck did he just say?
I like
I
how
fucking
I
love
like
it.
how it segues into stop too. That is pretty
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
actually.
I
But
probably should have
yeah,
added that in, but
Yeah.
yeah.
waiting for the worm slash stop. But yeah, no, I this is gonna be a 2-2 split. I love waiting for the worms, but Black Country Woman is just a this was
It's a
like
cool tune, man. Yeah.
a sneaky hard pick because these are
Yeah.
two songs that nobody really talks about off either of these albums, but they're both great songs, and I gotta go with Black Country Woman. So then we close it out with The Trial and Outside the Wall versus Sick Again.
Oh,
Al, what are you gonna go with
this
on
is
this?
hard.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh,
Oh man.
just stick a nail in your forehead
Good
right now.
morning, you worm. You're on
Fuck,
the
dude.
ground fantasy like a prisoner who's found
This is
his
a fucking hard
body
one.
was caught
Showing
red-handed, showing
feelings.
feelings of an almost human nature. This one I do.
The way the wall ends, though, man. Like again, the way the ending on this.
Tear
God, Sick
down the
Again, so good
wall.
too, though, man.
Tear
Hammer,
down the
Down the
wall.
wall.
hammer.
I'm gonna go Floyd on this one. I love Sick Again, man. But this concept album is just such. Yeah, the way it ends, man. It's funny, man, because I was watching like the video, the animation from the wall, like of this, you know, it's so fucking dramatic, bro. It's I remember and I remember seeing Roger, when he was doing the production, I was just like this is another concert that'll probably be in my top 10, you know. Between it's
You
funny,
little shit.
Page and Plant and Roger Waters' The Wall would probably be in my top 10 concerts, man. I mean, production wise, you couldn't beat this, man. I'm gonna go with Floyd on this one.
Cool. Jerry, how about you?
Yeah. Did you put outside the wall with
I
that as
did.
well?
I
Okay.
did.
That's a pretty cool little ditty at the end. But I love Sick Again, man. I think it's one of the most underrated Zeppelin songs. It gets
Yeah.
no appreciation whatsoever, man. So I got with Sick Again.
Mark, how about you?
This is hard because Sick Again has such a killer groove. But the trial and outside the wall, god damn, that's just like a dramatic fucking ending to a fucking great album. I'm going with Pink Floyd on that one.
Yeah, I mean, this is hard.
Fills me with the urge to defecate.
Defecate.
Yeah, Jared, you're singing The Wall. You haven't sing anything from Sick Again.
I'm just thinking of that. It's so
It's
easy
got
to sing some of
very,
these songs from the wall.
very
Thinking of the movie.
memorable lyrics.
Yeah, that's why I had to pick Sick. I don't know the lyrics to
Then
Sick
as it
Again.
was, then
I know it's got a
again it
good
will
groove.
be.
Crazy toys in the attic.
Attic
I am
crazy.
crazy. I
The
gotta go
evidence.
with
It's yeah. I
I
don't know.
gotta go with the trial. I mean,
Uh,
it's it's not even really a song, but it's just so awesome. It's just it's something that like 10 years ago or 15 years ago I had no context for, and I'm just like, what is this? But now when I listen to the album, I look forward to getting to that point
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
hearing that at the end of the album. And this whole thing with all these different characters and tear down the wall at the end. And then of course, like Jerry said, outside the wall, this cool little like song at the end that takes you back. Is this where we began? It's It's amazing. I got to go with that. And
Well,
I love Sick Again,
three,
though.
two.
Sick Again is an amazing closer for Physical Graffiti.
Can you
And this
name
was,
any lyrics from it though?
no, I cannot.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I had to pick.
So I agree with
Yeah,
you
I'll be up
there.
in a minute.
So, Al, drum roll. How'd this turn out for us?
I'm doing the final tally here.
Doing
so.
the calculations here. The votes are coming in from the home office in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Washington.
Oh.
Um, So clean sweeps. Zeppelin had 1, 2, 3, 4. Zeppelin had 4 clean sweeps. Floyd had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean sweeps. Overall, uh, overall wins like Zeppelin had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5 wins. Floyd had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins. Ties was 1, 2
Yeah, there should be 2 ties.
ties.
Then.
2 ties. So Zeppelin had 26 and Floyd had 34. So
Ooh,
Floyd
wow.
wins.
Close battle.
Close
Yeah,
battle.
it wasn't a fucking, one-sided thing, man. I mean,
I thought
it was
this- I
really
thought-
back and forth, man.
I thought Physical Graffiti would take it. Thought it would, but
Well,
Yeah,
so
man.
did a lot of people when I posted this today. They were picking Physical Graffiti.
Yeah, that's I.
Yeah, but
I
see, that's the thing, man. Like, you might like Physical Graffiti as a whole, maybe better as an album, but when it speaks a different game when you go track by track,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just
Ralph
like-
says it all the time. There's stuff that he likes an album more, but the way that the tracks line up,
yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
the album he doesn't like as much would. I'm in the minority here. I like The Wall better than Physical Graffiti. The Wall to me is a better album than Physical Graffiti. They're both amazing albums. Led Zeppelin.
Don't
and
listen to him,
Pink
honey.
Floyd.
He does not know what he's saying. He's too young. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Just hold on to it tighter, Jerry. Just hold on to it tighter.
Baby,
See,
I
okay,
love you.
so listen here. Hold on. You want to kick me off the show for saying that I think Dark Side of the
No.
Moon's overrated.
Yeah,
But
what the
then
hell's
you
wrong
also-
with you?
then when I say I like The Wall more than Physical Graffiti, I'm just always in the doghouse around here.
Yeah, man.
I ain't never kicking anybody off the show. That's Sherry.
Who did I kick off?
Joseph.
I'm not kicking him off. I'm not a
No, he's-
fucking dick.
Jerry's over here asking me to do more shows with him.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean it's Dark Side of the Moon.
I've been wanting to spring The Wall on my daughter, like to have her listen to it as a whole, but I don't know if she's ready for that yet, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to build her
that's
up.
one you got to work up to.
Because it's not to say, I mean, she's 16 years old going on 17, not to say that it's too heady for her, but I just think like
Maybe
because she has to listen to from beginning to end, you know what
Maybe
I mean?
Dark Side.
I was about to say, where is she on? Has she listened to Dark Side in full, or Wish You Were Here?
She
in
hasn't
full?
listened to No Floyd yet, so I need
Okay.
to introduce
I think
Really
Dark
con-
Side.
I would
was the
say-
best one.
Either Dark Side or Wish You Were Here
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I remember confusing my daughter.
I think The Wall is a bit too heavy for her yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially
I
since
could-
it's a
I mean,
double
I gotta-
album. That's
I
a
mean,
lot
I-
of music.
I mean, I personally have to be in the right headspace to listen to The Wall.
Unless you play her another brick in the wall, hey, teacher, they them kids. Maybe
Yeah.
she'll go, hey, let me hear more
And
of
she
that.
probably might know that song.
Yeah,
you
she
know?
might know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to ask her.
Because as a
Yep.
kid, that's what got me into Pink Floyd was that song.
The
I
other
got
thing-
into Dark Side later. I got into the Wall first. That was just me. Because of another brick in the wall. He's
Yeah.
like, I heard that song. I want to hear more of that band.
the other day she had her earbuds in and I'm like, hey, what are you listening to? We were in the car driving home and she's like, I'm listening to Cherry Pie by Warrant.
Oh.
I was laughing, man. But I'm like, hey, she's like, hey, it's a great song. So I'm like, hey,
See, I love that album, but I've never been a fan of that song.
I love that song. I always play it.
I think when you're young, and like more juvenile, it's just fits
Yeah.
better. As you get older, it's just not, there's so much better shit on that album.
Yeah. Like, I think we talked about that before on this show. Just like that album is, I think, very underrated because of that song. Everyone's like, oh, that's It's cherry pie. Ugh. And then
I've always liked that song. I've never disliked it. That's
it
just
has Blind Faith and I Saw Red,
Uncle
Uncle
Tom's
Tom's
Cabin.
Cabin, Mr.
Great
Rainmaker.
Yeah.
songs on there,
You're
man.
the only hell your mama ever raised. There's a lot
Yeah.
of really great stuff on that album,
But I
and
think
it all gets overshadowed
Dog
by
Eat
Cherry
Dog is
Pie.
their best though for me.
Eh, it's a great album. I don't know if I'd put it above the first two for me.
I would.
But
All
anyway,
right, man.
she was listening to that song, so it's kind of funny, but it was cool though.
All
I'm glad
right.
that she like discovers like
Yeah.
all this different
Yeah.
shit. And I'm trying to, we do our show together now, so like she gives me stuff and I listen to it. It might not be my cup of tea, but I do like some things that I hear. It's cool, So I love doing that, man, with her. So
That's cool, man. And then we get to the end of the show. Pink Floyd beat Physical Graffiti, the wall. Pink Floyd beat Physical Graffiti, man, which was surprising, which is probably going to be surprising to everybody who watches this show. Which is surprising to me. I really thought Physical was going to win, but like
I
Al
kind of
said,
thought that
right,
too,
Patrick?
honestly.
I
But
kind of thought Physical was going to win.
All right, off the cuff, real quick. Which album's better?
see, I like as a whole, I think I lean more to Physical Graffiti.
Me too.
If I was gonna pick, if you just threw the two albums at me, although I mean I do love The Wall too, man.
See, for me, like to sit down and listen to them, I'll sit down and listen to The Wall any day over Physical Graffiti.
See, The Wall's not even in my top 5 Pink Floyd albums. That's probably why I think Physical Graffiti buries it.
The Wall is my favorite Pink Floyd album. So
Well, a lot of people agree with you on that
That's
one. I don't.
that's the whole dynamic, man. I mean, like where does these albums rank in your, Physical Graffiti is my favorite Zeppelin album. So
I think these are both my
Animals is
favorite
my
albums
favorite
from these
Wall. I mean,
bands.
Animals is my favorite Floyd album. So, you know,
See, I go The Wall, Wish You Were Here, Animals is my top three.
I go
I-
Animals, Dark Side of the Moon, and freaking fuck, I can't remember. Wish You Were Here. And then The Wall number 4.
I would actually
Yeah,
put Metal ahead of The Wall.
But
I
my
think I go
my favorite Zeppelin album is Physical Graffiti right there. So it's like I can't deny that album, man.
yeah, I probably go Animals, Metal, then Dark Side, then probably Wish You Were Here. No,
See,
then probably if I was gonna do top five, it'd probably be it'd be Animals first. Metal is my second actually. Then Dark Side, then probably The Wall, then probably Wish You Were Here.
See, that's surprising because Metal is the only album of their classic period that has songs that I skip.
No, I love that whole
Didn't I
album.
get shit for that album?
You did.
Yeah.
Only one.
Because
San Tropez is the only song I
San
don't like.
Tropez I skip every time. I hate that song with a passion. But
I like One
I'm
of
not a
These
huge fan of
Days.
Seamus either.
Shane, I like that song. It's
but
goofy,
I love
but I like it.
Fearless. I love, of course, One
Fearless
of These
is-
Days
man.
and Echoes
Fearless
are
is
both
such a
amazing.
good tune, man.
Those
I think
songs
a
sound
Fear
better
Back
live
like
to me
it's
than on the
underrated.
studio album now. So, but the studio
Yeah,
album,
see,
I don't.
Echoes on there alone. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
fucking.
I mean, it's an amazing album, but that's the only reason that
I
it
can't
doesn't
wait to
make
go
my
to the
top
movies to see
5.
the Pompeii movie, man.
Oh,
I'm
man,
excited.
I'm so stoked
I
for
already
that.
I pre-ordered
yeah.
the soundtrack and the Blu-ray and
Me
everything.
too. Yeah.
I
I
pulled
thought
out
they
the
were
old
just going to release
DVD
it in the
of that.
movies. I didn't know it was going to be a release.
No,
No,
it's
they-
the soundtrack and the Blu-ray are both already
Well,
up on
I gotta
Amazon.
I gotta get the Blu-ray then because I do like
I got
that.
the old DVD, so
Overhead,
it's probably going to look a lot
yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had a video on their official channel that had like a side-by-side comparison of
Yeah.
what like the
Yeah.
transfers, and
Yeah.
they actually like apparently the old version was like really cropped and stuff, so like they added in like basically they added in like
Widescreen?
all the matting around the screen and stuff. Like it's a completely different picture.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it on a big screen, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because the Zeppelin the Zeppelin was great.
The
love
sound was like loud. It was so
It
good.
was loud, yeah.
It was loud. I loved it.
It's the way
I
it
was the
should be.
only one in the theater watching that by myself. It was so good.
I was 3 people.
There was
in our
nobody
opinion.
there
Me,
when
my
I
wife, and some other dude.
It was awesome.
I made a
was some,
friend. I mean, we're talking about Zeppelin all the way through
Yeah.
it, so we kind of made a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was our show. Congratulations, Pink Floyd, The Wall. You beat one of the greatest albums of all time in Physical Graffiti. But what do we got to promote, Al?
Yeah, Andy and I, we just did an interview with Jaron Galino of Lynch Mob on our show, this last show. Really cool, came out great. And Jaron's a cool dude, gave us a ton of information. He hinted that he's still working with George on, there's going to be another Lynch Mob album.
No.
And well, Jaron was saying that hopefully because they toured together and everything, like this whole thing, it's gonna be it's already in the can. He says it blows away this last one.
Babylon was horrible.
Yeah.
One of the worst albums I heard.
But that was cool, like interviewing him, and we went through his whole career. He's been in a couple of bands, Heaven's Edge, Tantric, a couple other lesser known bands, but cool dude. I've known him for a few years already, so it was cool of him to come on. Next week we're doing top 10 plus 5 title track songs that are title tracks. So that's our show next week. I don't know who Andy is asking. That's his idea, so he's the one to ask the guests what guests should be on. So
Yeah, he reached out to me about it. I have to get back to him. I'm not sure if I have
Ooh,
choir
he didn't
practice
reach
next
out to
week or
me. I
not.
could have done that.
yeah.
Andy, if you're watching, I could have done that. But
Well, I'll
dude,
tell him.
I'm just gonna say, why can't they just bring back Oni Logan and get rid of that singer they have right now? He's just so bad. Oni, come back for one last Lynch Mob.
Yeah, well, that's my favorite Lynch Mob, but hey.
Oni rules.
But
But
he's also hinting that he's probably still going to work with George in some capacity or another, even after Lynch Mob or whatever. So
hey, that last End Machine album with Girish was amazing. So I like that stuff.
maybe he'll continue on with that. Who knows?
Yeah, bring Girish into Lynch Mob. I didn't like that last
Well,
lead
Lynch
singer.
Mob's over. He said they're not going to tour anymore.
Yeah.
But who's to think that
Every
in another year they'll fucking tour again?
Yeah, it depends.
Everybody says that they end and they don't.
Never
so
say never anymore nowadays, man.
Yeah.
nobody
All right.
ends.
Let's go to Joseph. Anything you're doing?
Nope.
Jerry, what's up with 3 shots, man?
Just did a show about Selena Quintanilla, which
Great
Andy picked.
episode, by the way.
Really cool information. She was a cool chick, man. A very smart girl too.
Her
If
birthday
you
was
look into
yesterday,
her.
by the way.
Beautiful woman too. Just a shame, man, to be mowed down at that age, man. Senselessly, it's just uncool. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see what else. We are doing another show tomorrow night. We're going to be reviewing this interesting album, which I won't give any spoilers away. But Smith Kotzon's new album, Black Light, White Noise. Got my Rocklahoma shit finalized, everything, hotel, airplane. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting Andy,
When
man.
is that? When is that concert?
The end of August.
Okay.
It's Labor Day weekend, right?
No, the end of August. Well, yeah, I guess it would be considered Labor Day weekend. That's right, because it's the first, I think. Isn't Labor Day on the first?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Labor
Ooh,
Day
I got to
weekend.
ask for that day off, by the way.
So yeah, looking forward to
I don't
meeting
work
Andy,
holidays.
man. We got the hotel. We got a hotel. We're a mile apart, but we're still next to each other. But I got confused on what hotel he was talking about. But anyway, and I tried to go change it to get his hotel, but it was sold out. So, oh well. But I'm looking forward to that, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. He's a cool dude. Other than that, just look counting the days, man. Just counting the fucking days to retirement. Yeah.
All right, on Freeform, we did an episode with Joseph there. What is it? 6 albums that divided the fan base. We got the Black Album and stuff like
was
that
fun.
talking about. That was a good episode. We try to go away from album reviews once in a while. So we talked about 6 albums that divided the fan base. So I think that's pretty cool episode, man. I would like to thank all you guys for being on the episode. Joseph, as always, and
Thanks.
Al, we need you on here a little bit more.
Yeah,
I love Black Spinner Circle. You guys do a great job on there.
Thank you.
Great shit. You guys need to go like, share, and subscribe to that. And Jerry, take us out, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, all that shit Mark said, +2. Love you guys, man. Mark, Joseph, and Al, thank you for being on. Love you guys, man.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me as well, man.
And me and Joseph are starting something cool. I think it's going to be cool. Doing a Sticks channel, man. We're on YouTube. Looking forward to that, man.
Oh shit.
Going to be a lot of fun. Gonna have guests. We'll probably
And
do
their first episode is going to be Crash the Crown.
I was just gonna say something like that.
No, we're gonna kind of do what Ralph did with the Almost Human thing, and start out do their catalog, review it, point out the good parts, the bad parts of it. And they're coming out with a new album this year too, so maybe that'll, they'll definitely.
Well, maybe that'll be my 4th album that's good this year. God damn. So 2025.
I hope it is, because Crash the Crownless is terrible. I was trying to listen to that again a couple of weeks ago, man. It's just, I don't know, dude.
Jerry,
good.
I think you've given that album like 3 chances in the last year. I feel so bad.
Because
I what I do is
it's good.
I really like that album.
I do too.
But I tell you what's really good is Dennis's last 2 albums were really fucking good.
They're really good.
I mean, that's probably why
I haven't checked those out yet. We'll have to review them for the channel. I'll have to.
We'll do everything sticks, man.
It'll give me an excuse to listen.
Girls with Guns, fucking City Slicker, James Young. We do it all, man.
Say you're gonna do shit that we're gonna do on Freeform eventually, bitch. I'm just joking. I love you guys. I wish you guys success. Sticks rules, and I'm a dick sometimes, Jerry. You know that. All right.
Well, sometimes I expect you to be a dick, so that's cool. I get it. I could be a dick too.
Don't forget where your bread is buttered, bitch.
Hey, Mark, if he stayed with you for this long,
I could be a dick too. I get it, man. We have our clashes, but it gets lost in translation when we text. If we talk it out, it's completely different. But when we text,
I know.
Get into fights.
I'm just trying to tell you, I love you. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, later, guys.
Later, guys. Bye.
Have a good night.
Hey, wait, I just want to say happy Easter to everybody out there.
Oh,
happy Resurrection.
Happy Easter.
Resurrection week, and we're out of here. Later, guys.
Later, guys.
See ya.